We're looking at the student login area here. You can see we'll have your logo displayed here. The students will log in using their username, which is their student number, and their password, which is their surname. Once they've logged in for the first time, they can change their password here. Just to take you through the navigation of the site from the student's perspective, we have a study timetable where students can fill in their commitments and start adding times where they can complete study. There is a notes area, and in that notes area they can view notes from teachers or the careers team, or they can make their own notes. There's a resume template section where there are some hints on finding a job, some hints on writing resumes. There are 3 templates to choose from and a cover letter as well. We have a useful links area, and we do build on this useful links area each year. From these useful links, students should be able to research everything they need to put into their career action plans. So the career action plans menu is over here, and each year we give the student a new career action plan to complete. This is so that we're capturing the most recent skill set that they have, their most recent goals, and we also ask questions that are different each year. So in Year 9, for example, we'll ask students to select their work experience that they would like to do in Year 10, and then we'll provide you with a report on that. In Year 10, we'll ask them the work experience that they want to do in that current year, but we'll also be asking them about to research their goals a little bit more thoroughly. So we want to understand that the student has a good overview of the career and the pathways to that career. So what the career involves, why they would like the career, the university or TAFE course they need to complete, and the prerequisites for entry to the course. So you can see that each year is different, and once the student has completed a plan in a previous year, it will be retained here and you will also be able to access it, but the student will work from the current plan. So when we're logged into My Info, the student can personalize this space by selecting an avatar, by changing the color of the banners, and then simply saving and continue so that they open up the first section of their plan. So here we are at the basic section, and this is where students conduct a bit of a self-assessment about where they're at in the current year, proudest achievements or moments in or out of school from the last year, improvements that could be made, subjects that they're studying, the marks or feedbacks from school are best described as, and this is a drop-down menu, and when young people answer with, I try really hard but don't get the marks I hope for, or I don't care about my marks at school, they are considered to be at risk. So just a prompt to have a conversation with that student to see why they answered in that way. The student's best and favourite subjects, the skills in various areas. So we have people skills, thinking skills, business skills, and community skills. And for each skill set, we do explain what the skill is, and then we list some skills that they may have at that age level. In Year 7 to 9, we just have 6 skills for the students to choose from, and we don't break them down as specifically as this. So my interests outside of school, the most important values, and we do have a value test here, where we're just asking the student to select 10 of the top values, then they click next. We ask them to take the top 4, and then if they could only have 3, what would that be? And an assessment about their workplace values, so are they different to their personal values? The personal statement is a place where students can start to develop a bit of a career objective statement or any other kind of statement that you think is important for them to put in here. So again, student saves and continues, and we're going to the goal setting area. Now I did show this just before, where we're asking the Year 10 student to select their career or industry choices and map out the pathways to them. Again, this will be provided in a report to the administrators. If the student is going to stay at school to complete VC or VCAL, their short-term and long-term goals and the actions that they could take to achieve their goals, the supporters of their goals, and the VC subjects they would like to take for the following year. and if their subject preferences relate to their career goals. So we save and continue again, and we go into the My Work, My Community section, where we're just asking about if they have a resume. And you can see here that we do have hints throughout the site. Some of these hints will explain how to complete that specific area in the plan, or it will link them to an external site where they can find the information they need to complete the details. If they've completed their Safe at Work certificates, if they're going to apply for a tax file number, and we certainly don't want that kind of personal information in the system, but we're just prompting them. If they work part-time and how many hours per week they work. Again, this is an at-risk indicator. If you do have a Year 10 student that's working 21 to 25 hours and they're about to go into VCE, then this could be considered an at-risk indicator. Any paid employment or volunteer work that they may have, if they're going for their learner permit, and if they're happy at this stage of their plan and they think it's complete. So here is where they press yes, save, and then that will publish to a report as well, saying that the student has said they've completed their plan. Now, at some point later on in the year, if we look at my review, the student will come back in, look over all of their plan again, and then start undertaking the review. So what goals have they achieved at this stage? What goals they want to work on achieving? The results for their subjects for the year? The reflection on the year? New goals that they want to achieve, and if their career choices are the same, and if not, what are their new career choices? So that is about it for the students area. I'll log out of there now and we'll have a look at the admin area.